Hey, what's up guys, this is your boy Rebirth, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get all characters in Blackout. By the way, shout out to my boy Harmskii, my best friend. He made this thumbnail that you see on screen right now. It's pretty dope. There also will be a link in the description down below if you want to check out his YouTube channel, Harmskii. I will also have timestamps in the description down below if you want to check out a specific character. One last thing, I'm going to be listing the characters in order by easiest to hardest, going from Blackout, then zombies, and then multiplayer characters. Alright, starting with the first Blackout character we got is Ranger. He's the easiest in my opinion to get. All you have to do is get to level 20. It's very simple. On the top right of your screen where it shows your gamer tag and your calling card, that's where it shows your level. It also shows it above your character, your gamer tag, and your level, and that's how you can find out what level you are. It's only 20 or higher and it's pretty simple. Coming in our second spot is Frogman. Frogman is the second easiest get in my opinion. All you have to do is hit level 40 or higher and you'll get him unlocked. This is what he looks like. And again, top right or above your character will say your level, and that's how you know what level you are to see if you're level 40 or higher to get this character. In our number 3 spot, we got Airborne. Airborne is another easy character to get. Just hit level 60 or higher and you'll get Airborne. Pretty simple. Coming in the 4th spot is Seal. This is level 80 character. At this point, you're going to be grinding the game, but it's not that hard. It's just very time consuming at this point. And right when you hit level 80, you'll unlock Seal. And here's the last one. When it comes to leveling up, all you have to do is get to level 80. Again, time consuming, but you also have to max out that level, and then you'll get this level 80 with a star, and it looks pretty cool. This is the best character obviously out of the ones that involve leveling up, and also the most time consuming one out of the 5. This is the only character that you could get from the black market, which is Hudson. And if you'd see that I'm in the black market, if I go to all the way to tier 199, then that's how you get Hudson. All you have to do is pretty much play games. I'm showing you guys tier 1 through 200. There's total 200 tiers, but tier 199 has Hudson, and he's pretty easy to get. Again, just a bit time consuming, but I would say he's really easy to get because you just play, but he is time limited as well. You might be able to earn him later in the game when he's no longer in the black market, but I don't know. But this is also what he looks like. He's pretty cool, and it's one of my favorite characters. Alright, this is Mason, one of the easy characters I would say in my opinion to get. All you have to do is find a supply stash around the map. There's multiple supply stashes that can spawn in one game, and it looks like this green box that you see on screen right now, and you just gotta get the white stain t-shirt, which you also probably saw in the supply stash, and then you have to wake up the sleeper agent by holding X to activate the emergency alarm in Array, and it's the biggest building in Array, and it's top floor. It's pretty easy to find. You can see on my screen right now that I'm doing it as well. And then you have to place 15 in solo unless you're playing duels. If you're playing duels, then you have to place top 8, and if you're playing quads, then you have to place top 4 with the item being in your inventory. And it's pretty simple. Then you can die or just win the game. I died in this gameplay, you can see right now. To get Menendez, all you need is a locket, which you get out of a supply drop. And I prefer bringing a shotgun with you. If you're only going for Menendez, make sure you have shotgun with you at all times. And what you need to do is get 2 shotgun kills and then finish the match with the locket in your inventory. Next up is Reznov, and there's 3 locations. I'm only going to show you 2 because this is pretty much where everybody goes to get the hat that you're going to need. And as you've seen right there, I just picked it up, and I'm going to show you the second locations. The first location was in that fountain. The second location is right up here, exactly where I'm looking at right now. When you get the hat, all you have to do is get 200 meters or higher of a kill, and I prefer doing this in solo. It's only 1 luckily. Then after that, you have placed top 2 in squads, top 3 in duels, or top 5 in solos with the item being in your inventory. For the final character out of the 9 blackout characters, not including multiplayer zombies, just blackout characters, you have to get Woods bandana to get Woods, and it's located in the BO1 campaign helicopter area, and all you have to do is ride a helicopter, be the pilot of that helicopter, fly around. I prefer doing this in solo for at least 1 minute, and then you have to win the match, which means this is probably the hardest character out of the 9, and you have to win while being alive. So if you are trying to do this duels and or quads, you have to be alive when you win the match. match, but if you're in solo, like I said, probably the best way to do it. Moving in to the zombie characters, we got first up is Shadow Man, and all you have to do is go to the store and buy the Black Ops Pass in order to get Shadow Man, and that's all you have to do. It's pretty simple, just buying it, but sadly it costs money, which sucks, but you also get the future DLC maps, so it's worth it in my opinion. The next 8 characters are the zombie characters, and there is 6 zombie spawn locations. Here's a map of where the zombie spawns are. The red dots is where the mystery box is at, which is also where the zombies are at. This picture was created by me. I didn't want to risk any chance of getting copyrighted, so I made it myself. To get Dempsey, you have to get the Juggernaut bottle, which can be found inside the Nuketown bunker, and it always spawns in this location you see on screen right now. It also could be in mystery box. If you kill all the zombies and the box opens up, it could spawn in there. And also, if you kill the Blightfather during the Blightfather event, it can also drop it out of him. When you get the Juggernaut bottle, what you need to do is kill an enemy with a grenade. It could be a cluster grenade, it could be a normal frag. I'm pretty sure it could also be an acid bomb and maybe a symbol monkey as well. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but the best one is mainly a cluster grenade, I would say. I prefer doing this solo. And if you're playing duels or quads, you have to down them with a grenade and then finish them off with anything. When you kill the enemy with a grenade, you have to then finish the match with the Juggernaut bottle in your inventory. It's pretty simple to do and one of the easy ones to do in my opinion, because how good the cluster grenades are, and if you have concussions and you blind a person and then kill them with a grenade, that will make it even easier. To get Takeo, you have to get the item called Letter to the Emperor, and to get the item you have to interact with a typewriter or kill the Blightfather during the Blightfather event. The typewriter can be found in the 4th floor of the lighthouse where you see me at right now. It could also be in the boxing gym and the asylum. I'm not going to show you it. The 2nd floor of the asylum is where it could be at. Boxing gym, I'm pretty sure it's 2nd floor as well. Then you press X on the typewriter, and then it'll spawn the letter to the Emperor. Then you cannot use any equipment, which is the grenades, barricades, sensor darts, etc. During the whole entire time, you cannot use any equipment. And then you have placed top 15 in solos, top 8 in duels, or top 3 in quads, with the item being in your inventory, which is the letter to the Emperor. On to the next character, which will be Nikolai. You have to go to the graveyard, and there will be a locked mausoleum, which I probably said wrong. You can see on screen, I'm doing it right now. You have to throw a symbol monkey right in front of it, and it'll blow up and open it back up because you will take damage if you're close to it. And then inside will be a Russian tanker hat, and you have to pick up the Russian tanker hat. When you pick up the Russian tanker hat, you have to place top 10 in solos, top 5 in duels, or top 3 in squads. I prefer doing it in solos. And when you place in top 10, top 5, or top 3, whatever game mode you're playing, you have to have the Russian tanker hat in your inventory when you die or win the game. You can also get this item during the Blightfather event when you kill the Blightfather at the graveyard. That's another way to get the hat. It's pretty simple and one of the easiest ones to get. On to Scarlett. Scarlett, you gotta kill zombies and get the racing goggles and scarf from a zombie. It comes as one item, and you get this by killing zombies or doing the Blightfather event, which is out again. To do the Blightfather event, you go to the graveyard and it can spawn in the Blightfather, which is the spider from Ajax, and it'll be a red beam of light in the sky, which is the mystery box, and that's the Blightfather event. Then you have to kill an enemy by driving into them with a vehicle. I prefer doing it with a truck because it's armored, so you have more protection while doing it. And I also prefer doing this in solo because in duels and quads, if you knock them with the vehicle, you also have to finish them with the vehicle. After you've done that, all you have to do is finish the match with the racing goggles and scarf in your inventory, and then you unlock Scarlett. Next up is Diego. You have to kill zombies or the Blightfather in order to make them drop the item, which is the pulp magazine. When you pick up the pulp magazine and put it in your inventory, you have to kill the enemy in the head. You are able to play duels and quads, down the enemy with your gun and then headshot him. That's how I got Diego. Or you could play solo and get a headshot. After getting a headshot, you just have to finish the match with the pulp magazine in your inventory. You could either kill yourself or win the game or just die by an enemy, whatever you want. Just make sure the game ends and you have the item in your inventory. To get Richtofen, you have to get the mission item of Nikolai, which is the Russian tinker hat, or the mission item of Takeo, which is the letter to the Emperor. And you have to have one of those items in your inventory, and then you gotta interact with the blood fountain by pressing X. And in the asylum, and then it'll spawn in the blood vial item, which is for Richtofen. You may or may not have to play as a zombies character, so I prefer trying getting a zombies character first and then attempt it, but I don't know for sure. Or you could just get the item from the Blightfather event. When you get the blood vial, all you have to do is place top 5 in solos, top 3 in duels, or top 2 in quad, while the blood vial is in your inventory. To get Bruno, you have to get the mugshot, which can be found in supply drops, or the Blightfather event, which I feel like this one's glitched because I can never ever get the mugshot out of the supply drop since the past couple weeks. But I did get this character by doing the Blightfather event that is now out. And after you get the mugshot, you have to down an enemy with a melee if you're playing duels or quads, and then finish them off with anything. Or if you're doing the solos, which is what I prefer, you have to kill the enemy. The best way to do this, in my opinion, would be Dead Silence, Skoker, Bowie Knife, Concussion. But obviously you don't need all that. That's if you have all those, it's pretty much impossible to fail. After getting the melee kill, you'll have to finish the match with the mugshot being in your inventory, and that's how you get Bruno. Now to get Shaw, all you have to do is go to one of the mystery box locations and kill all the zombies to unlock the mystery box, or you have to kill the Blightfather during the Blightfather event, and you could get it from him as well. If you get it from the mystery box, it'll unlock and you're able to get the alchemical set. You're not guaranteed, but you got a chance. It also comes with 2 acid bombs and 2 wraith fires. When you get those, you have to kill 2 enemies with one or both of the throwables, which is the acid bomb and the wraith fire, and get 2 kills either on solo, duels, or quads. You can do it in all. I prefer solo because I don't know if you have to down them and then get the kill with it, or you just have to down them. I have no idea, so I prefer just doing the solo. After you've done that, you have to finish the match with the item in your inventory, either dying, getting killed, or winning the game. It doesn't matter, then you'll unlock Shaw. Before I continue on, this is a medical stash, this is a equipment stash, this is a supply stash, and this is a supply drop. The reason why you want to know this is because most of the multiplayer characters involve finding these things to get the item in your inventory. On to our first multiplayer character, which is Torque. Torque is the easiest in my opinion to get out of the multiplayer characters. All you have to do is find a equipment stash, a supply stash, or a supply drop that will contain a note from Torque that will also have a barricade and 2 razor wires inside the stash or drop, whatever one you get out of. All you have to do is pick up the note, pick up the barricade, pick up both razor wires, and then place all 3 of those items down. After that, if you're playing solos, then you have to place top 30. If you're in duels, you have to place top 15, and if you're in quads, you have to place top 7. That's all you have to do to get Torque. It's, in my opinion, the easiest character to get out of the multiplayer characters. Recon is another character that I think is bugged at the moment because to get Recon, you have to get I-Ching coins out of a supply stash, and I could never find it the past couple weeks. But if you're going for Recon, you're gonna need the I-Ching coins, which is our supply stashes, and what you need to do is do not take any collapse damage. Then you gotta place top 30 in solos, top 15 in duels, or place top 7 in quads with the I-Ching coins in your inventory. Onto Ajax, you have to find 3 destroyed armor platings. To find them, you have to scavenge the enemy's bodies, and they may be holding one, or you could spawn in the destroyed armor plating by shooting their armor, destroying it, and then killing them, and then it'll spawn in their body. You have to find 3 of them and hold all 3 of them in your inventory, then finish the match with all 3 pieces of the destroyed armored platings in your inventory. You can either win the game, die by enemy, or kill yourself, one of the 3 to finish the match. To get Ruin, you gotta get the punching mitts. They spawn on the asylum roof. They can also spawn at 3 different locations. I'm only going to show you the asylum roof because it's the most popular place that people go to when going for Ruin. When you get the punching mitts, you have to kill an enemy in close quarters and then finish the match. I prefer playing duels or quads, knocking an enemy and then finishing off with a punch. When you finish the match, you must have the punching mitts in your inventory. You can either win the game, die by enemy, or commit suicide to finish the match. To get Crash, you gotta get the poker chips, which spawns in the medical stash. Then you have to place either top 3 in quads, top 7 in duels, or top 15 in solos with 15 healing items and the poker chips in your inventory. Pretty simple. Then you could just win the game, die by enemy, or commit suicide. On to my favorite multiplayer character because she's bad. It's Seraph, and you have to get the Annihilator. A long time ago, right when the game launched, you were able to get the Annihilator in the supply drop. I don't know if it's still possible, but there's another way to get it. Go to firing range, and there will be this box that I'm pretty sure always spawns here. It used to not always spawn here, but every time I went here for the past week, it always been spawning here. So what you have to do is shoot the gray target that you see me shooting on screen right now with any pistol, either Mazu Strife or the RK7, and then the box will open up on the table and you have to pick up the Annihilator, and all you have to do is get one kill with the Annihilator. I prefer doing it solo because it's much more easier because you don't have to down them and then finish them off. And then you have to place top 15 in solos if you're doing it solos. If you're doing it duels, it's top 8, and quads, it's top 4. That's also why I feel like solos is better, because top 15 is easier than top 8 and top 4 for those game modes. And you gotta make sure you finish that match with the Annihilator and your inventory. If you already have Seraph, you cannot open up the box to get the Annihilator. So after getting that one kill that you need and then place top 15, 8, or 4, whichever game mode you played, then you will have Seraph unlocked. To get Firebreak, you have to find the burned doll, which is only found in supply stashes. Then if you're in solo, you have to kill someone with a Molotov. If you're in duels or quads, you have to knock someone. It could be an enemy that knocked another enemy, or you or one of your teammates who knocked the enemy, and then you have to finish them with the Molotov. The reason why I think this one's kind of annoying is because the Molotov is weak, especially if you're trying to do this in solo. Good luck. And finding the burn doll already is kind of hard in my opinion. It's rare to find. After you get the kill or the cleanup down, whatever game mode you're playing, when you kill or clean up the down enemy with the Molotov, you have to finish the match with the burn doll in your inventory, so make sure you do not drop it. To finish the match, you have to either win the game, die by enemy, or kill yourself. That's how you unlock Firebreak. For better, you have to get the war machine out of a supply drop. I think this one's bugged as well, but I don't know for sure. I couldn't find the war machine, so I don't have gameplay of me having the item in my inventory, but you have to get the war machine from the supply drop, which will trade out a slot of your weaponry, and then you have to get 2 kills with the war machine and then finish the match, either winning the game, dying by enemy, or committing suicide to finish the match while the war machine is in your inventory. To get Nomad, you gotta find a supply stash and get Junion's tags out of the supply stash. When you do that, you have to kill an enemy without them doing any damage to you, and it has to be 2 different enemies you kill. I prefer doing this in solo, and then after you've done that, you have to finish the match with the Junion's tags in your inventory. The final multiplayer character I'm going to show you is Prophet. To get Prophet, you have to get the ocular prosthetic, and those are found in the supply drops. And this one is, in my opinion, the hardest multiplayer character to get. To get Prophet, you have to get the ocular prosthetic and win a game while you have 3 perks active and having the ocular prosthetic in your inventory. So at the end of the game, make sure you have the ocular prosthetic item in your inventory and you have 3 perks active. I prefer doing this solo because I'm pretty sure you have to be alive while your 3 perks are active. I also prefer using the perks when you're versing the last team alive. Alright, that's all for today's video. That's how you get every Blackout character. I'm gonna just showcase my characters real quick. I got Hudson, Mason, Woods, Menendez, Ranger, Airborne, Frogman. For my zombie characters, I got Dempsey, Nikolai, Takeo, Shadowman, Bruno, Diego, Scarlett, Shaw. For the multiplayer characters, I got Battery, Firebreak, Nomad, Prophet, Ruin, Seraph, Ajax, Crash, Recon, and Torque. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you guys out. Talk to y'all later.